Welcome, everybody, to this September edition of Trowel Time. It's getting kind of fally out there, isn't it, guys? Good to have you with us. It's a kind of a rainy day up here, but it's good to have all of you with us, and certainly to have our normal group in our room here today. Behind the camera, as always, is Ben Tigner. Ben, thank you for everything that you do. Over by the podium, Darren Thompson with the mailbag, upcoming events, and all kinds of other stuff. Darren, thanks. Behind him with our Masonic, supposed to be Minute, but you know how it goes. Dirk Hughes, director of our museum and library. Thank you, Dirk, for everything that you do. We have on the couch, as always, Tom Braun, our grand lecturer. Tom, thanks for being here today.
Nice to be here, buddy.
And Bill Finkel, our grand secretary, past grand master. Thanks, Bill, for being here.
Good to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. And we have an audience of one, and it's Miss Cheryl. Thank you for being here. It always makes the room look a lot better. So, glad you're all here. Hope you're having a good September, good fall. School has started, right? It's getting that bug in the air. The trees are starting to turn a little bit up here anyway, and things are getting kind of folly. It's one of my favorite times of year, but it's also kind of sad. You know, summer's going away, and pretty soon it's going to be cold out there. But it also means the lodge has started, and things are getting back to moving, and it's going to be a great autumn for all of us. We got some things coming up. Darren's going to talk to you about in a little bit, and so enjoy lodge. Go to lodge. Become involved. Bill, what's happening in the world of secretary? Lodge secretaries, most underappreciated group of people, I'll tell you.
I attended the Legacy Society dinner and had a great time last Saturday.
I know the MC did just a fantastic job.
Yeah. Who?
The magician, Trino, he was great.
But Margaret was the star of the show.
She stole the show.
Without a doubt. She was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, there was a few empty tables.
Well, I think they just overset the room. But we had a great time for those of us that were there, and it was a good turnout.
It's a good night.
Yeah, it was a few weren't there, but that was understandable.
Trino, the magician, was entertaining.
He did a great job. Yeah, I was very, very pleased with that. I know lodges, we had our secretary treasurer training event not that long ago, and talked about a lot of things, and you and Larry Inshow were here and brought up to date the lodges on a lot of stuff that's going on, and we had a good time. Do we know how many lodges were represented at our Secretary Treasurer's Day?
I had about between 80 and 90 there. I'm not sure how many lodges that represented, because there were some.
So if we said 60,
I think 50, 60 would be
60 lodges. We're in good shape. That's good. I mean, I wish it was more, but I also know it's on a Friday, and it's tough for guys to get out of work. So I appreciate it. We're hoping that all of the pieces of that, actually, I saw a lot of it is in Grandview now.
Yes. So if you weren't able to be there, or if you want duplicates for your lodge, the handouts and everything are posted in Grandview.
Yeah.
Some of the PowerPoints as well.
Yeah. So take advantage of Grandview, and to do that, you have to be registered for Grandview. And if you're having problems with that, or don't know what to do, just contact us, contact Darren or the office, or go to the website. There's videos on how to do it. There's a lot of help out there for you to get hooked up with Grandview. And we got a lot more things that are coming, and they'll be posted to Grandview. So education programs and things that we're working on, and that's where they're going to reside. So you really need to take advantage of that, be part of Grandview.
I took my laptop to lodge, and got 5 or 6 guys. I made them sit down and do it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right? Just set them up there that way? Yeah.
Let them do it there.
Yeah, good idea. All right.
We have over 5,000 statewide, 5,030 or something.
Well, it's up
a little bit.
Yeah, it's up 10% anyway then from last year.
Up.
So yeah, we've got to get it up. All right. So good stuff. Thank you. Yeah. Tom. Ritual World.
Okay, well, we are, like you mentioned, September's here. Things are getting back in gear at the lodges. We're getting ready for our ritual competition next month, which is the charge to the worshipful master at the installation. We have 2 categories. We have a past masters category, and we have a master mason category. And if you are a DDI, a regional, Grand Lodge officer, or BGP, you are not entitled to participate. It's our hope
Well, there.
and expectation that we take these new brothers that are coming in and teach them a little bit of part of the ritual. Because the time will come, and we know not when that is, right? When we aren't going to be at Lodge anymore to do the lecture and the charge and the degrees. And it's really our responsibility as Master Mason to ensure that these new brothers coming into the craft will have that same passion that we do. We've existed for 400 years, and we want to exist for another 400. And we can only ensure that happens by passing that on. And one way to do that is we can't continue to go to Lodge and do the degree work and do the lectures and do the charge. We got to give these new guys an opportunity to do it.
I'm thinking of getting some like paper cutouts of me done,
And
and we just set them in lodge rooms.
Well, there
I'd
you
like
go.
to to,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I mean, it's better than getting me stuffed and sticking me in the corner.
That would frighten the hell out of me.
It would. It would. Pest control. Yeah,
That might happen, right?
yeah. You never
Well,
know.
The other thing is the summonses are going out for our lodges of instruction.
Okay.
And the worshipful masters of the lodges, it's up to you to make sure that your officers attend those lodges of instruction. That's where you're going to learn the lessons and the virtues and how to do the degree work. So again, it's one more step that we can ensure that the future generations coming into Masonry are going to be able to do that work.
Yeah.
The-
When we do the lodges of instruction, do we get notice of that so that we can put it into the big calendar?
I'm not
Sometimes.
sure, but I
Sometimes.
yeah.
So why don't, folks, if you're going to
Good
do
idea.
those lodges of instruction out there, shoot us a note, go to the calendar, whatever, get with us, and we can get that in the big calendar. And that way, if people have the availability, and they can see different ones. It might be closer to go to one in another town instead of a different
Good point,
or
absolutely.
district or something like that.
And as you mentioned earlier about Grandview, this is the vehicle that we use to communicate with the craft.
Absolutely.
So when you go to Lodge, talk about brothers signing up. Do whatever you can. Help them. Take your PC like Bill just mentioned. Help them with their phone. It's important that we grow that number. And the last thing I'd like to mention is the town hall meeting. We travel the whole state doing these town halls with the Grand Master. And it's your opportunity to ask the Grand Master or any Grand Lodge officer any question that you have, whether it be ritual, blue book, what's going on at the home, what's going on at Grand Lodge. And when we do these town hall meetings and there's almost as many Grand Lodge officers as there are participants, it's a shame. You guys should be there. Take the time to do that. And you can check that in Hiram Herald. Every Monday, you'll see where they are and what time.
And they're in the calendar, too.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And right here.
And right
And they're
here,
right here.
on Trowel.
On Trowel.
Thanks, Bob.
The
That's
biggest
good.
attendance was in Marquette, strangely enough. Biggest attendance at any town hall meeting.
Well, it's cold up there. They're
Marquette.
looking for some
They
warmth.
came for the
That's
heat.
There was,
their-
there was about 8 different lodges there, which helped considerably.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think we just did one. I think it was only Grand Rapids, so maybe Unity had a couple.
Yeah.
But it
But
wasn't.
we've been at events in the Upper Peninsula where I know that lodges have driven 3 hours to get to an event, and they do.
Right.
And when we're here and you're 20 minutes away, that it gets a little tough to justify. Well, I just don't want it, So there's a lot of. I would say even if you sit there and just listen, it's not an useless event. It's a good event to go to, no matter what. You're going to get something out of it. You're going to sit with your friends and brothers and make some new friends, and so I think that regardless of whether you're an officer or not, there's benefit to going to those things. Great,
Thanks,
busy stuff, huh?
Bob. It is. We are
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, good stuff. We're going to take a quick break. Darren's going to talk to you about some stuff in the store, and we'll be right back.
Every day we make choices. Choices to help ourselves, choices that help those around us. When it's time to make a choice about your senior living options, consider Masonic Pathways. We offer choices for entertainment, socialization, and most importantly, choices that make life easier for you. When it's time to discuss choices in your life, make Masonic Pathways your first choice and contact our care team today.
Welcome back, everybody. As always, good conversation going on during the break, but we're glad that you're back. We were just discussing, we have a lot of things that the Grand Lodge participates in, that we do, and it requires attendance. We don't put them on for our own time. I mean, people would like to be home as well, and we know that, but when you do have an event that's coming, like a town hall or something, please take the time to go. You're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be better than what you can think it is, and certainly the other attendees will benefit from it. I think it's just better when there's 50, 60 people at something than when there's 10 or 12, right? So let's make an effort to do that. One of those things that's coming up is, and Darren's going to mention it again inside of his upcoming events, but October 18th in Grand Rapids, 2 Grand Lodge officers, Ryan Binkley and Todd Schmitz, are having their Grand Officer reception, and I just think that it's really important for us to go there, support them, show them that, have a good time, eat together, dine together, have a little something to get together, and laugh and share the day. So take the initiative to go and register, and Darren's going to show you more on that in just a minute. And it also brings up another topic, which I think is something that this time of year becomes more prevalent for those of us who are past masters and still active in the lodge. And that's too many times I think leaders drift off. So, a person has gone through the line, they become worshipful master, and then their term is over, and the new person comes in, and you don't see them again. What a shame. Mm-hmm. What a shame. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I've been active since the day I joined Lodge. I know you have. I know everybody in this room has. We've always stayed active. So I don't understand why somebody would say, well, I'm done. You're not done. We need you desperately. And especially in today's world where the kind of the wisdom gleaned from doing things passed on to others who are trying to do things can really make a difference and be a powerful contribution to their future. So don't say that I'm done as worshipful master and that means I'm done. You're not done. You have a higher responsibility than you could possibly dream of.
Mm-hmm. I think we should use past masters as mentors in the lodge. Have them sit within office.
Absolutely.
And work with the guy.
Yeah.
Work with them. That gets the past masters back in the lodge doing stuff. The members are getting good instruction.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about anywhere else, but I know in the lodges that I visited in Scotland, the immediate past master is an officer in the lodge. He sits next to the worshipful master. I don't. But even beyond that, I don't understand why men who have served their term then say, "I'm done." You're not done. It's the best time now is as a past master on the sidelines, because you can always say the loving phrase that past masters have, which is, well, we didn't do that in my year. Yes. And you can be, a good friend of mine from England, and Richard always watches. So Richard Podmore, hi from Michigan. He always called them the bobbing heads. He called the past masters the bobbing heads, and they all sat up in the east. And if they all agreed with something, then they'd do this, and if they didn't agree with something, they'd all do that. And I've never forgotten that. So. Anyway, leadership doesn't go away. Keep it going. You'll become more effective as the years go on, but you got to stay active, and we need you to do that. So,
and the young officers, they need that. They need that leadership.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. One other topic that came up a lot at our secretary treasurer's programs, and it's this time of year, is the suspension for non-payment of dues. I'm not going to talk about that, because what I want us to think about is to change that whole context. I want us to get away from suspending people for non-payment of dues and start to consider retention of people. If we're actually trying to suspend people, then that's what you're going to do one way or another, right? If you're actively trying to retain members, then that's what you're going to do. So I want the lodges to think about ways that we retain members and how that can be better handled. By this time of the year is over. You got 2 months left, right? I mean, we're almost done here. And this is the time that we're going to throw somebody out because they haven't paid their dues. And I'm not going to argue about that, right? That we've talked that dog to death. But what I would say is, what have we done in the beginning 2 months of the year, or the last 2 of the last year? What have we done to retain our membership rather than move this boat along that's the suspension boat? We need to do things that retain members. We need to communicate with them. We need to build relationships with them. We need to make our events enjoyable. I'm not talking, about just fun. I'm talking enjoyable, that you can go to a meeting, learn something new, experience new friendships, whatever it might be. We need to make our events that kind of thing. I got lodges today that really struggle in the evening. You have older members. Older members don't like to drive at night as much as they did. Weather's turning bad. It's getting dark early and that kind of thing. So they'll have a breakfast in the morning. That's okay. That's what a lodge does, right? A lodge has opportunities for fellowship and that kind of thing. So don't get locked into that we have to do it this way or we have to do these things all the time. Do things differently that provide membership retention ideas. And if you need help with that, we've got tons of stuff. Grandview, I saw all of the things that we've got in there for membership retention, for lodge programming. Darren's got tons of things that we can do. They don't cost much, they're easily facilitated, and they make a difference. So I'm really asking you now, especially for next year, because it's coming up, you're going to start sending out dues notices. I think some of you already have. We're going to talk about then retention of dues, not suspension of them. Let's change the dynamic. The analogy I used at the secretary's meeting was, would you buy or eat a slime head? And the answer is, of course I wouldn't eat a slime head. It's the nastiest thing I've ever seen. And yet everybody in this room has. And they just changed. They decided these are some wonderful fishermen down off the coast of Peru who said nobody eats our fish. Well, somebody came along and said it's because you call it a slime head. Nobody's going to eat that. What should we call it? He said, well, it looks kind of rough and it's orange, so let's call it Orange Ruffy. And the next thing you know, everybody is eating Orange Ruffy. But its real name is a slime head, and that's just kind of nasty. So let's change the name from suspension to retention and take something that's kind of not that much fun and make it real fun. All right? Okay, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with our mailbag and Darren Thompson with upcoming events. So we'll be right back.
Are you looking for the latest Masonic apparel, materials, and literature from the craft? Look no more. At MichiganMasonicStore.com, you can find everything from hats and shirts to tumblers, blankets, and books. Our shirts come in a range of sizes and with logos and branding custom stitched for the Michigan Masons. Don't wait. Visit MichiganMasonicStore.com now.
Welcome back, and with us for a very special new item in our store. Darren, take it away.
If you enjoyed that store commercial, let you know you can get your 200th anniversary coin on the store now, today at MichiganMasonicStore.com. Get them while they're hot.
Excellent. I've got mine.
Yes.
All right. So
And
all
if
of
you'd
us
like
have
something
ours.
that's not on the store, like, say, an Alma Lodge shirt, I can let you know how to do that as well. Just get a hold of me.
I think that's a private commercial there. I don't know. I don't think
Shameless
that's
plug.
a shameless plug. Yeah. Shameful plug.
244.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, good. All right. So and speaking 200th anniversary is coming up. Next, folks. This is starts kind of starts now. We got a new website. Thank you, Ben, and your team did a great job with that. Go to MichiganMasons.org and just click on the banner that says 200, and it'll take you to our new website for that. But we got a lot of things coming up. Dirk and I talked about this morning, and we're pulling together a list of all the stuff that we're doing and working on. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more information coming out about that. Some really exciting, neat programs that we're doing for that celebration. So very excited about all of that. Darren, what kind of upcoming events do we have?
All right. Well, fitting as we approach October that we should have a lot of blood drives in connection with Halloween. In October, we have blood drives here at Masonic Pathways, October 1st, October 3rd at Livonia United, October 14th at Solomon's Key.
Wow.
October 21st at Howell 38, and October 24th at Wayne 112.
All right.
And if there's more, those are all in the Grand Lodge calendar. They'll be in Hiram's Herald as well,
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
times and how to make an appointment. So do the right thing. Give blood.
Give blood.
Not
Excellent.
to a Halloween vampire.
Very good. Thank you.
All right, we've talked about the town halls. The next one is going to be Saturday, October 11th at the Wayne Temple, home of Garden City and Wayne Lodges on Palmer Road. 10 a.m., October 11th. Be there and be square. If you'd like to come to the area for the town hall, maybe you want to stick around the metro area and go to the Brotherhood's Festive Board that same night, Saturday, October 11th. Doors open at 5. Check the Hiram's Herald and Grand Lodge calendar for links to register for that. That's in Troy. And then Saturday, October 18th, we mentioned, the Grand Officer Reception is at the Sheridan Grand Rapids Airport. And you can register again through Hiram's Herald, through the calendar. We've sent out direct links to register to remind people, so plenty of room, so get in there October 18th.
All right. I want to add one to that. October 4th evening in, is it Hubbardston?
Hubbardston, yeah.
Tuscan Mount Gilead Lodge chicken dinner is a go, so
Yes.
be there. It's good stuff.
If you don't know how to get there, go to St.
Best chicken
John's
you'll
and
ever
head west and south, and you'll get to Hubbardston eventually.
It's a. I tell you what, it's some of the prettiest country though. If you drive through that, take that drive. It's really pretty.
Yep.
October 1st is also the State Master Councilor reception from D. Malay. October 4th. I don't
October 1st or 4th.
4th.
You said first.
Well, it's the 4th.
It's the first Saturday in October. Is that right? All right. I have to correct you. It's just what we do. All right.
And I'll add one more.
Darren.
I'll add one more as well.
It's a better show without him.
I think it's a great show.
I will add one more as well. On Monday, October 20th, we talked about Grandview, getting signed up for Grandview. Worshipful Brother Archie Canterbury has organized the Lodges of King Solomon's Club. They're going to be at Linden, and I'm going to be there doing a Grandview overview and helping people get registered. So come on out to Linden on Monday, October 20th
Excellent. Great
in the
idea.
evening. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. And for other districts that might want something along those lines, Darren doesn't have a lot of time, but I think that he likes to do it. So
Let me know.
give him a shout and see if he can't schedule something for you.
All right.
All right.
Those are upcoming events.
Excellent.
Great. Nice job.
And he does a pretty good job, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have him.
If it wasn't for that shirt, it'd be better.
Classically trained.
Yeah, I think it's a great shirt.
And I'll make one more upcoming event. I don't know
I
the
don't-
date.
I think that
One
that's
more to
outside
add.
of the.
Going back to Tom's talking about
It's
the
a
ritual
flagrant
competition.
violation of our rules of order here.
Yes, it is. Talking about the ritual competition, I'd like to announce that I've officially thrown my hat in the ring for the ritual competition for District 13.
Wow.
After our lodge was verbally berated by our DDI for our district
Yes.
not having a candidate for
Yes,
several
well-
years, so.
Our district is berated by our DDI for a lot of different things too. So.
But I've been working hard on it, and I'm going to give you a snippet here. This is what I've learned so far. Worshipful Master. That's what I
great.
got so far.
You did a good job, Tom. I think he's in there
How
right
was
now.
that?
He's at about 1%.
I didn't miss
so
a
we're
word
okay.
there, right?
All right.
It's a start, a first step.
Great job. All right.
All right.
We're going to, with that, segue right into Dirk Hughes and our Masonic Minute. Dirk, assume the podium.
And I don't believe in time.
Thanks, Bob Conley.
You're welcome.
You notice I mentioned your last name to make it a little bit more formal today. Anyway, we're going to do today's Masonic Minute on Woodbridge Nathan Ferris. It is football season, and if I'm not mistaken, Ferris State University took the national championship recently and recently beat an opponent like 76-0. So they might be in line to take another national championship. Woodbridge Nathan Ferris, educator, college founder, that's why I mentioned that, governor, U.S. Senator, and Freemason. He was born in 1853 in New York, where he attended school and teacher training and got his teacher credentials at 17 years old. I don't know how that works, but that was a different time. He taught for about a year before continuing his education at both State University of New York and University of Michigan Medical School. He would eventually end up following the educational path by moving to Illinois in 1875 to become the principal of the Freeport Business College and Academy at the age of 22. Department principal at Rock River University the next year, and co-founded the Dixon Business School and Academy in Dixon, Illinois, the following year at the ripe old age of 24. This guy's kind of got an enthusiasm problem. He would serve as the superintendent of Pittsfield Schools in Pittsfield, Illinois from 1879 to 1884. And then in 1884, he would resettle in Big Rapids. That's how we got him. Big Rapids, Michigan, to establish the Ferris Industrial School, which would become Ferris State University. And although barely 30 years old, at its founding, he would serve as that school's president for the next 45 years. He got involved in politics and started running for public office in 1892, eventually being elected Michigan's 28th governor in 1912, serving one term from 1913 to 1917, and then being elected and serving as U.S. Senator for Michigan from 1923 to 1928. He became a Freemason in 1879, receiving both his entered apprentice and fellowcraft degrees at Friendship Lodge while living in Dixon, Illinois, but moved to Pittsfield to be their school superintendent before ever receiving his Master Mason degree. He would eventually be raised a Master Mason in 1891 by Big Rapids 171, now merged into Lou B. Windsor 363 in Reed City, where he remained a member until his death. Brother Ferris died in 1928 in Washington, D.C., while still serving as U.S. Senator from Michigan at the age of 75. And I was originally going to end this with Go Ferris State Bulldogs, but I was told by our respected alumnus Ben Tigner, who went to Ferris State University, that's what alumnus means. It just to say, Go Dogs!
Go Dogs!
And there you have it. Woodbridge Ferris, Go Dogs!
Good stuff. Thank you. Darren, take it away with our mailbag.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait.
We have a 4-pack of questions for the mailbag today. First one comes from our buddy Royce Myers. We got a double shot from him. First one is, how do we retain a Mason's initial enthusiasm with the craft?
Well, ensure that he has a mentor, and not only through his degree work, but at least for 3 or 4 years after that. Get him involved and engaged.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
Find out what he wants, what he would like to do. Encourage him, help him, support him.
You know, I think too, it's Royce is a very active Mason. So what happened to you that caused you to remain enthusiastic about the fraternity? And I would say do that. It had to be somebody. I've known Royce a long time. I would have to say somebody took an interest in him and made sure he took him to lodge and stuff. I know the guys, when we're taping this on this day, a bunch of new Masons, and I do mean that literally, they're going up to Mount Pleasant this evening to watch a degree up there and enter apprentice.
Yep.
And that's the best part of being a Mason. So you go. There's still a lot of lodges around, and go to lodge. And it helps when somebody can take you. So if you're a newer Mason, it's kind of scary to go to a different lodge that you don't know anybody. The older guys that have been around take the younger guys. So
All right.
it's good stuff.
We will circle back to Royce. The next one, though, is from Chuck Garrow in Cadillac.
Yes.
During the fellowcraft degree, why is the senior warden not explaining the wages of a fellowcraft? And he asked this because in the opening and closing of lodge, the senior warden says that he pays the wages if any be their due. So why is he not the one explaining the wages of a fellowcraft during that lecture?
No, I like what you said
Yeah.
earlier. So
Well, so they're two different things. The fellowcraft is the wages are what they are. The senior warden is discussing what are the wages of a master mason, and that was the question we had asked maybe last year or something for people to send in their responses. What are the wages of a master mason? Because that's what the senior warden is talking about. Inside the ritual, it's different. The degree is different. There's talking about things that are allegorical. It's a good word, Bill.
It is.
In nature, as to the jewels of a fellowcraft, the wages of a fellowcraft. Excuse me. So
All right.
that's the best I got on that.
Great answer.
This one comes to us from Alpena and worshipful brother Art Latz.
Yay!
Art Latz wants to know, can a non-member past master open another lodge for a special communication?
Absolutely.
Right. As long as the master sits with him in the east, or if he's not there, a warden should be with him. But there's no reason he can't do that.
I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to get caught in that one.
All right, and then finally, back to Royce. He would like to know, can a lodge put in its bylaws that its November communication is moved from the first Tuesday to the second to allow for those voting and those volunteering at precincts?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. You just have to specify. I got lodges that meet on a certain night through the summer and autumn months, and then in the winter months they meet. Some meet earlier, some meet later. I've got some that go dark and then start back up in March. So there's all kinds of different things that you can do. So as long as it's specified in the bylaws and everybody has the opportunity to vote and to know what those are.
Correct.
The answer is yeah.
I know there's one lodge that had the third meeting in March is late in the month,
Yep.
and then the April it's practically next week. So they have different days of the week.
Yeah, and that was so that the snowbirds could get back up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then we had one comment on YouTube from our last episode.
Ooh.
From Dave McDonald. We know this to be Dave McDonald, but I won't say his handle because it makes my eye twitch. So, Dave, if you can explain this handle, maybe I'll say it next time. But from Dave McDonald, he says, one of your better episodes. Some interesting topics and lessons taught. Very good.
All right. Well, we found one.
Yeah. Our fan has spoken.
Yeah. Well, we know we have two.
And at the Secretary-Treasurer training, I announced to everybody, this is big news, that we are the #1 Masonic-related YouTube show that originates in Gratiot County.
That's right. So yay team.
So, big day for all of us.
Yay,
Congratulations.
I'll tell you, that's marketing right there. All right. Everybody, go to Lodge. Have a great fall. We'll be back in October. This September, though. Go to Lodge. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Go eat some chicken and hit some pancake breakfasts. And go to the town halls and do some ritual and have a good time. And we have an homage to Svenska.
Good night, Sweden.
See you, everybody.